Hey everyone, this is WaywardWind911. Welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories. After the bit of boredom that was going through Monstro, now we can go through one of the more memorable worlds, which is actually based off a Disney movie rather than just Monstro being a creation so that they wouldn't actually have to put in Pinocchio's world, since pretty sure that'd be boring because it wasn't the environment that made Pinocchio, it was the character development, which was easily done in Monstro, but that left me with little to talk about during our trek through Monstro. So now we're in Halloweentown, beloved by many. And I'm gonna take this time to discuss, this is a little difference between the GBA version of Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories and this Rechain of Memories. In Chain of Memories, Sora didn't change his costume like he did in Kingdom Hearts 1, but in Rechain of Memories, as you can see right now, he does change his costume. So do Donald and Goofy. And as Donald mentions, they look scary enough, right? Oh, totally. That's why Donald gets scared by Jack Skellington right here. Hello, Jack Skellington. I do like the texture on his suit. I believe that's supposed to be a suit. Like, you can see, the sort of butler coat and the high-waist pants. But then you got that bow tie. That bow tie is, really fucking... What's the word? Arrogant? No. If only I had a thesaurus on hand. It stands out, basically. Because, I mean, if you were able to block out the bow tie, then you'd be able to see just a normal suit. Granted, he's not wearing a dress shirt underneath, but you can't expect too much. I mean, they really need to go with a simple design, and I feel like that's a corner they were allowed to cut to make his design a bit more simple. And apparently, he knows that the Heartless are coming, so now it's time to fight some Heartless. The new Heartless of this enemy wave is the White Knights. They're pretty much similar to the soldiers. So dispatch with them as you would soldiers. Just whack them a lot. And don't let them act. I mean, that's not really all that great advice, granted. But it's a strategy that works. It's got these creeper plants, and creeper plants are always annoying. And you've also got gargoyles. Gargoyles are pretty much like the air soldiers. I mean, they're not that annoying in terms of their card values, but it's still something you have to watch out for, since flying enemies, unless you're using fire, are pretty hard to hit with, say, magic. So if you're by chance hoping to be able to spare a reload and use magic on them, you're gonna have to aim a bit better than you're usually accustomed to with something like fire, which homes in on the enemy. Blizzard is a bit tricky to use on them because of this, but you just need to be able to jump to the correct elevation, or rather jump and then drop to the correct elevation, since for some reason timing your height is better when you're descending, and then you need to shoot them in order to get the blizzard off. So after that little debacle, it's time to find out how to get rid of all these Heartless in Halloweentown, since, as Jack is pointing out, they're hurting people rather than just scaring them, and no, we need to save the people from getting hurt. It's one thing if you kidnap them, but hurting them is no good. Okay, that wasn't the exact quote, but it's Eggman, by the way. I was quoting Eggman, and Jack took the opportunity to scare Donald again. Just a bit of fun, because Jack likes fun, not serious hearting shit. Which is what the Heartless are doing, which is why we must kill them. So now it's time to head over to Dr. Finkelstein's. The very arrogant, I can't get anything wrong type of guy. Which is pretty... Oh, wait, I recognize this level layout. I'm pretty well, the room layout, rather. I'm pretty sure this is the same room layout as in the first room of Monster. So that's interesting. Funny what you can realize when you're looking at the same game 4 times for a given playthrough. But I won't delve too far into that, since I've done that so many times. Watch my other videos if you want to hear me spiel about that topic. I might as well show off what Jack does. When you summon Jack, he can do... He's basically a different type of Donald. I believe the spells he can cast are Thunder, Gravity, or Arrow. Hold on. Let me take a quick look-see. Should be in the card index, friend cards, Jack. Yep. Wait, no. He's a better Donald, basically. Wait. No, because Donald casts Cure and Jack casts Gravity instead. So I guess you could say that Jack is more of an offensive option. Though, that offensive option is indeed world exclusive. So it doesn't mean all that much in the long run. Let's go Tranquil Darkness. But Jack is fun while he lasts, so make use of him. Now, in terms of the, I guess, Keyblade of this world, if you're familiar with Kingdom Hearts, I realize I'm being a bit too creative on this, and I also realize that I interrupted myself, so let's get back on topic. Keyblade here is Pumpkinhead, which is basically a better everything except for a combo finisher. So once we get a good value for that, I'll be sure to put it on my deck. And by the way, I totally didn't mean for this to be a short topic for the purpose of being able to fight just that one wave of White Knights in order to get them by quickly and get this room by quickly either. Totally unintentional. So you know what I realize as I'm going through these grinding parts? Oh shit, didn't mean to do that. I actually meant to run through the room without getting any fights this time round, because we're going to be coming back to this room. But what I realized as I was going through the last room, Donald is actually better than Jack, because Jack, while he has 4 offensive abilities, only fires once. I can demonstrate that right here? No, never mind. I got cut off by a card break. Later, then. But yeah, Donald fires twice, Jack fires only once. So that's curious, and the level of the spell is still dependent on the level of the slate. So it's not like Jack is, like, casting second level spells when Donald's only casting first level spells either. So it makes you question why use Jack. I mean, I guess since it's a random drop, you have no right to complain when it appears. But it's still quite questionable, since if you're gonna give me a world exclusive ability, as it were, then it should be damn good. But no, apparently not. So now we're in Dr. Finkelstein's lab, which, to my memory, wasn't even all that far away from the plaza in Kingdom Hearts 1. But I suppose this is the same dilemma as it was in Olympus Coliseum, where the pavilion, I think, and the lobby shouldn't have been as far away from each other as they were. But still, at least, at the very least, to give this world credit, there was a room in between the plaza and this lab in Kingdom Hearts 1. Whereas Olympus Coliseum, they literally put in like 5 different rooms in between what was no gap at all. You'd think they'd have a bit more mind for the world's geography. Which, well, I guess the map of each floor is dependent on the map rather than... No, wait, what? The map's dependent on the map? Oops. The map is dependent on the floor rather than the world, so... I guess if I had reordered how I went through the worlds, I could have strung them together in a way to which the maps would make a bit more sense. But obviously, Square didn't think of that, so why should I? Oh yeah, and if you were wondering how this world brought memories into the mix, Dr. Finkelstein here made a potion which brings about a person's true memories, since memories change as time goes on, as our perspective on it changes, since obviously time sort of alters our perception of what happened in the past, sometimes making it to the point where we only remember the things we want to remember, and sometimes making it to the point where we only remember the things we don't want to remember. So, Finkelstein's potion would have made true memories at the true form of what you perceived at the time. Those would come out, but then Sally went ahead and stole it. So we need to go get it back in the Key of Guidance room, which is all the way over here. Which is why I said that I didn't want to run into any Heartless in this room, since we would be coming back to it right there. Let's see if I can get my calm bounty here now. Yes, I can. Okay. So, with this, we can unlock a new ability, I think? I do like the graveyard that they've got rocking here. Just... the graveyard filled with goodies. I believe this is called grave robbing. And I feel like I've talked about this before, but still. Oh yeah, here's another thing I can talk about. Halloweentown is awfully generous in terms of its goodies, like Moogle points in particular, for whatever reason. Like, there seems to be a lot of Moogle points that come out of these graves and lanterns and stuff. Oh, Gifted Miracle. So, this basically helps everyone. I'm not sure how much I want that, but hey, it's a slate, it's there. It's not like it's harming me any. Anyway, let's see how well I can just run through this room, since I'd much rather I not have to cut out a battle from within the... oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh! No! Trying to avoid battles is a trial in of itself. Jeez. Can't show off Bottomless Darkness yet, so... screw it. Feeble Darkness. Can go with a 0. I'm gonna go ahead. Bleh. I'm gonna go ahead and go with the 0. So, first one, okay. Even if these are rooms that I'm probably not gonna go to again, I'm gonna try blazing through these as well, since this, I'm gonna say it now, this world is pretty long, especially considering what floor we're on. Don't worry, you'll learn about why I'm considering the floor in that equation. But point is, this episode's probably going to be pretty long, and so will the next episode. So just if you've been looking forward to having a lot of me, then stay tuned! I really shouldn't be all that arrogant about my craft. And I say my craft in massive quotes, since I am not original in the slightest. Hell, me trying to be original by showing off a bunch of the fights is probably hampering my ability to get this content out to people, because this makes the videos a bit longer. Let's go strong initiative. Okay, so I'm gonna make a straight dash towards... Oh, damn it! Of course, in the strong initiative room, I don't even get the preemptive. Anyway, that's a bad combination. Look at the slate I got. Sonic Blade. Oh, that completely failed, since my target was underground. Sonic Blade is a classic from Kingdom Hearts 1. You repeatedly stab your enemy. It's pretty nice. In this game, well, much like in Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix, HD, you use triangle to continue your Sonic Blade combo. But luckily, unlike then, it's not as though you'll have to time it correctly, otherwise it'll end. I mean, well, no, hold on, let me correct myself. You do have to time yourself. Except it's easier to time yourself because you go when the button prompt appears. Unlike in Kingdom Hearts 1 where the command was just kind of there. And then you had to hope to God you hit it as soon as the command turns white. Anyway, now we need some pretty specific cards, an equals 6, an equals 7, and then the Key of Guidance. So now it's time to see if we can locate Sally, who, after looking in the graveyard... We were in the graveyard in that room, right? Well, whatever. Point is, the Key of Guidance takes place in the graveyard, where Sally is. Right next to the Oogie Hill. I wonder why that hill's there. Oh, why does everyone look weird in these things? Must be Tim Burton. He wasn't the director, but he was definitely the writer. He must have had that influence on it, which makes this art style quite fucking apparent. You can tell Tim Burton when the style is so incredibly gothic. Like, even with, like, Alice in Wonderland, like I was talking about earlier in the playthrough. It's weird. So fucking weird. Even though the Disney version was... the Kingdom Hearts version, rather, wasn't based on Tim Burton, but... it's... still, the Tim Burton products are pretty weird. And look, it's Oogie! Oh my god, dad ass! But it looks like Oogie's at it again, doing shenanigans as usual. I guess that makes him the villain of this world. I mean, you'd think that, obviously, but that depends. Is the battle with him gonna be with Oogie? Like, Oogie Boogie right here? Or Oogie's Manor, where he kinda just grows onto a tree and gets dark balls of death and darkness? Don't know where I was going with that. But anyway, as I said, the episode is pretty long, so now I think it's a good time to end it. So, this has been Wayward Wind 911. Thanks for watching this episode of Let's Play Kingdom Hearts Rechain of Memories, and have a great day.